And the U.S. and Iran traded new attacks overnight after President Trump ordered what the military called self-defense strikes in retaliation for Iran downing an American chopper. Iran then fired back against U.S. forces in the Gulf. Alice Barr has the latest in Washington.
Hi there. A U.S. official tells NBC News no Americans were hurt in the Iranian strikes overnight that were mostly intercepted, and that the U.S. military struck about 20 targets in Iran, all of it raising serious questions about the tenuous and tested ceasefire and the push for a peace deal. New escalations in the Middle East, with Iran firing missiles at a U.S. base in Jordan overnight and launching drone attacks against American forces in Bahrain and Kuwait, according to Iranian state media. While Iran's Revolutionary Guard claimed attacks against 21 targets across the Gulf in response to American strikes around the Strait of Hormuz. Those strikes followed the downing of a U.S. Army Apache helicopter that President Trump and the military blamed on Iran.
The pilots are fine, yeah. And nobody injured.
While the pilots were safely rescued, the president posted that the U.S. must of necessity respond. House Speaker Mike Johnson explained how.
It's targeted strikes to the radar, missile, and command and control sites, and it is defensive in nature.
U.S. Central Command said overnight the mission was complete and called it a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression. And we're learning more about that U.S. helicopter that was patrolling to prevent Iranian attacks on commercial ships when a U.S. official tells NBC News it was hit by an Iranian drone and crashed into the Strait of Hormuz. In a first-of-its-kind rescue, an unmanned U.S. military boat like this one brought them to safety. On Capitol Hill, Democrats raising concerns about what they call a perpetual cycle of retaliation.
A retaliation is going to just set diplomacy back that much further.
Just before the new flare-up, President Trump said the U.S. and Iran were
in the final throes of what will be a very, very good deal.
Now, diplomacy facing another fierce test. Iran's foreign ministry spokesman said today his country needs to assess the situation before moving ahead with peace talks. Iran is now accusing the U.S. of striking 2 water storage tanks, cutting off drinking water in one area, while a U.S. official tells NBC News Iran has been aggressively launching attack drones toward traffic in the Strait of Hormuz for days. In Washington, I'm Alice Barr. Back to you.